Hi guys, it's ALCHEMY. How's everyone doing? Good, 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 I hope. I did a video like this about a year ago and I thought I'd do it again for a number of reasons. A, I haven't done it for a year. B, it's a really good way to weed out some samples because, you know, if you're like me and a perfume collector, you know that samples multiply in the night, right? They're like gremlins and you just end up with so many of them. So it's a random sniffing chit chat. Don't know what I'm gonna smell. Some of them I might know, some of them I might not know. Off the cuff, maybe not off the cuff. Little chit chat with you all. How have you been? So I've got this thing, this really heavy thing. It's this. It's actually a Diptyque advent calendar that I commandeered and made it into my sample storage. Oh my gosh, this is gonna go wrong. Let me, wait. I cannot open it the way that I was gonna open it. Otherwise we would have had a sample avalanche. Oh God, this is not gonna go well. So it's like this when it opens. All these drawers, and I have actually alphabetized them, believe it or not, by brand. It goes very loosely A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. So, you get the, you know what the alphabet is, don't you? So I'm just gonna pick them out at random from a random drawer and see whatever happens. And that's it. Okay, let's just begin. This is really heavy, by the way. I have my blotters at the ready. I'm just gonna pick something out from down here and away we go. Okay, I'm picking from A, B, C, D. I'm feeling E. Let's pick something out of the E drawer. E for empty, moving on. Let's try F. Okay, there are some things in here. There are some things. We have this one. I'm gonna pick it and just use it. This guy, Floris, number 007. Is that related to James Bond? I don't know. And if I remember rightly, there's a second one in here. A complete and utter mystery. Let's smell it for fun. Anyway, Floris as a brand, what can I say about them? I'm just off the cuff, I don't even know. There's a couple of them that I really like. I mean, obviously they're a very prestigious brand in the UK, one of the oldest. They have the, you know, the claim of all of these hugely famous celebrity clients, such as people that I can't remember, maybe Winston Churchill, maybe Marilyn Monroe, maybe some other people like that. I was gonna say anyway, before I noticed the other surprise sample, that I think this was given to me by Jim Obany. It's so funny, as a friend said to me recently, I can't remember what I did yesterday, but I can find or remember a perfume fact from 5 years ago. I think it's just the way my brain's wired. Anyway, I think Jim Obany sent me that. He's someone that I've met a lot of times and he's a perfume friend and he's in my Facebook group. Do I like this though, Jim? I don't know, it smells kind of bitterly spicy. I don't need to hold all of these, do I? Do I need to hold all of these? I'll just put them here. Ooh. I have got my phone on hand, you know, just to figure out what these things are, but 007? Maybe Floris envisioned something that James Bond would wear. Okay, so created in celebration of the James Bond film's franchise special anniversary, 60 years since the release of Dr. No. This exclusive fragrance is fondly distilled from 60 incredible years of 007 on the silver screen. So it is a James Bond thing. So the notes here are geranium, bergamot, carnation, rosemary, oak, moss, sandalwood, amber, musk, orange. So yeah, I said it's spicy. I mean, it definitely feels spicy. Carnation is a spicy note anyway. But this feels kind of dry. And for me, the main thing I smell here is kind of, it's herbal. It's definitely the rosemary and it feels like it could be even sagey as well. It's dry and scratchy and not my kind of style of fragrance, but I do appreciate you sending it, Jim. Let's smell the mystery one. Maybe Jim can comment or I'll message him and say, by the way, do you remember what the other one was? This is the complete mystery fragrance. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I'm even doing this. It doesn't benefit anyone, but I mean, smelling a mystery fragrance. Oh, this is definitely coniferous and piney and maybe possibly frankincense as well. This is quite a sharp one. Ooh. Oh, I don't like this one. I don't like either of them and I don't know what it is. Floris one though, for me, not something I'm gonna wear or use, so I can pass this on to friends and family. That's kind of the idea of this exercise, and also to maybe entertain you guys as well. Who knows, maybe I'll find something incredible in this monstrosity, this overstuffed bigness. You know what? You know what? There's only one other sample in the F drawer. So I'm gonna smell it because I've seen the brand and I know that I love it already. So this is Francesca Bianchi and it's called Under My Skin. Under my skin, under my skin. Okay, it is so nice. Francesca Bianchi has a magic way with musks and kind of animalic and carnal, sensual, soft kind of notes. That is just her forte. And I have not smelled a fragrance by her that I do not like. So this one is Under My Skin, and she took 2 years to make this apparently. It says here that the notes are black pepper, lavender, grapefruit. It's an iris, carnation, Bulgarian rose, leather, castoreum, Peru balsam, ambergris, tolu balsam, musk, sandalwood, vanilla, costus, and tonka bean, oak moss, among other things. Oh, it's so good though. So this is essentially if you took iris and gave it a lovely, gentle, animalic background, as well as a semi-clean musk. I don't know, it feels... This is so good. The leather in it is perfect as well. I feel like the iris and her leather accord are intertwined and working so well. There's a soft brown fuzziness to this and it's so sexy. Oh my gosh, this would be like a, dare I say it, boudoir kind of perfume. You know what I mean, right? Really, really beautiful. I'm actually gonna keep this. Story, my wardrobe is right here and I have this really beautiful pouch that one of my friends sent me, Claire. I keep it on my wardrobe, I hang it there, and sometimes when I'm leaving for work, I'll just grab something out of it and wear it. And it's just a bunch of random things, and this one's gonna go in it. If you guys don't know Francesca Bianchi as a brand and you like musks, she's doing great things. Let's pick something else out. Let's pick from around whatever this drawer is. I should have labeled them really, but there's only one in here, so let's do it. This is the O drawer. This is Oriza El Legrand Chypre Mousse. I feel like I may have talked about this in the previous video. Anyway, this is a brand that I'm really intrigued by. I've only ever tried maybe 2 of her perfumes. If I went to Paris, I would definitely visit the boutique. I could actually just maybe buy the sample set of them, but this one, I remember when I saw the note list, I was just blown away by how wacky and unusual it was. I think this one's got mushroom in it or something like that. Yeah, this is odd. This is kind of like, if you took a classic Chypre structure and added in kind of modern elements of like soil and earthiness and almost like stone kind of smell. It's so strange. Did I talk about this in the last one? I can't remember. If I'm repeating, you can forgive me. Such a weird mix. It kind of reminds me of, if I think about zoologists, Bat, the newer version of Bat, there's a sourness to this. There's like a tang in the middle of this Chypre mossy structure, and then with this mushroom feel as well. To me, this is kind of unwearable, but I definitely appreciate how avant-garde it is. I'm going to gift this to someone that really likes Chypres, because this is kind of like a step outside of the Chypre realm. Let me read you some of the notes. Yeah, let me just read you some of the notes in here that I don't see very often. So fennel, you don't see that so often in perfumery. You have fern as well. You have clover, you don't see that a lot. Violet leaf you do, but then you have soil tincture, chestnut. So there's a soil tincture in Bat by Zoologist, the new one that was made by Prin Lomros, and it takes me there a little bit, but if that perfume was a Chypre, interesting. Let's smell something else. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff in the R drawer. Okay, this is a brand called Renier, and this perfume is called Kisses Rain. This one's a chunk of sample. Okay, let's see. I think I have tried some things from this brand before, and I was not so impressed by many of them, unfortunately, but okay, so it's a vanilla. There's a vanilla going on here. There's extra woodiness going on. Oh, okay. It smells a little bit kind of cheap though. It feels a bit harsh. I really feel tonka in here as well, and that's what's saving it for me. It feels like a combination of vanilla and tonka. And possibly a little bit ambery and powdery as well, but then powdery can come from tonka, powdery can come from vanilla. And amber accords always have some sort of powderiness to them. Let's see what the notes are. This one is cardamom, oud, rose bergamot, almond, heliotrope, coffee, cedarwood, vanilla, amber, patchouli musk, and tolu balsam. I think it's all right. The initial spray kind of scared me a little bit because I thought, oh no, I don't know about this. It feels a bit rough. And I don't smell oud, which is good. I'm glad that it's listed, but I don't feel it. Essentially, this is a very simplified, but kind of not finessed tonka vanilla. I think I can give this to a friend. I know a friend that would like this though, because they love this sort of sweetness. Anyway, let's smell something else. Okay, I went right to the end, to the Z drawer, and I found some things here. Let's see what this is. This is a Xerjoff fragrance. I said X, or maybe I put Z and X together, because you know, there's not that many brands with X and Z names. Okay, let's get rid of that tonka thing. So this looks, it says XJ, which I'm guessing is Xerjoff, and it's called Duetto. I'm intrigued to smell this. I'm familiar with mainly the Velvet line of Xerjoff perfumes, but Duetto, I don't know what it is. I hope it's Xerjoff. Maybe it's not. I guess I'll figure that out when I search on my phone in a minute. Oh, this is, maybe it needs a little bit of time. It feels boozy and bitter at the same time. There's a nice smoothness, but there's something really cutting through that and taking away what's actually nice about it. This feels familiar. I should know what this note is, but it's escaping me right now. Let's pass it from this hand to this hand, because maybe that will help my magical powers come alive. Is it chocolate? Is there a bitter cocoa note in this? And amber as well, and I feel tonka again. It's like a similar theme to the last one in terms of its sweetness. It's getting better. It's getting there. It's giving me something. Ah, okay, so it says XJ Duetto, which is Xerjoff, but it's actually Suspiro, which is kind of a spin-off or sister line to Xerjoff anyway. So rose, okay. This has amber, vanilla, musk, clove, jasmine, coriander, pink pepper, sandalwood, vetiver. You definitely, yeah, definitely there's a rose, but there's bitterness. I feel like this coriander, it smells much more in vanilla-y than it does ambery. I did say it felt a little bit ambery, and it does, but it's an amber rose with a little bit of like bitter greenery going on. And to me, it's nice, but it's kind of ordinary. I want something to wow me during this random picking, and we'll see if it happens. Next thing. This is Berceuse PERFUME. Berceuse, I've not heard of this brand before. Maybe when I see the bottle I will know. And this is called Allegretto 7.2. So Berceuse. It's vaguely ringing a bell of something far in the back of my mind. I don't know. Oh, okay, this is surprising. This is the most interesting thing so far that I've smelled from this little box. Well, this big box. This has got some really interesting things happening. I'm surprised by this. This, oh my God, where do I go with this in my description? So my first initial smell of this was green leather. There's almost like a charcoal kind of smell, but I don't mean burnt, fiery. I mean, I guess a little bit, but if you actually smell a lump of coal, it smells a bit like that. It feels like ash and brimstone and kind of, this is great actually. Wow. And now when I look at the bottle of this Berceuse, I'm sure it's going to come to me where I got this sample from. Interesting, unique, avant-garde. I like it. Would I wear it though? Probably not, but there's a powderiness here too. Ooh. Colour me surprised. Oh, it's the one with those little faces on them. You'll see when I put the picture of the bottle. So Berceuse. Oh, it's Antonio Gardoni. Oh my gosh, it makes so much sense why it smells like this. Antonio Gardoni is the perfumer of T-Rex, Where Are You? Somewhere Over Here. And also Lita. He has Vogue Perfumery. So is this his brand? Maybe I've spoken about this before. So the notes are smoke, vetiver mint, cedarwood, lavender, green notes, vanilla and benzoin. So I did say green and I said leather. There's always an element of smokiness to kind of traditional leather accords. So this is interesting for sure. This is kind of dark, but not at the same time. There's something in the background that's making it feel, oh, okay. It's kind of like if a garden was on fire. The smoke in it is really well placed. I really like it because smoke notes in perfume, like if perfumers put too much birch in their perfumes, it can really overtake. And this one is kind of really nicely balanced. I'm going to put that for autumn. This is perfection. I mean, I like Antonio Gardoni anyway. This is going to go in my little wardrobe pouch. Let's smell the next thing. What will we find? What will we find? I just found something that I treasure. I'm going to treasure it so much. I didn't even know I had this. I just opened the P drawer. I'm such a child. And I found a sample of Volo As 686 from Parfumum Roma. Dare I spray it? This is a discontinued perfume by Parfumum Roma that I have wanted for so long. I had a tiny bit of it at one point in my life. I did not know that I had a sample of this hiding in there. Guys, document your samples. Go look at your samples because you never know what you're going to find. Oh my God, this is so... I coveted this perfume so much, and just when I really discovered it and fell in love with it, it got discontinued, and you know, why do people do this? I don't know. This is so crazy good. It's so strong as well. It's gardenia and it's powder and coconut kind of smell. You, my friend, are so special. Anyone that knows this perfume and loves it, well, I'm on your team. Oh, how can I not remember that I had this? Oh my God. I need to move on, okay? I need to move on to something else. Just give me 5 minutes to just gush over this in my own private time. Okay, there's a lot of things in the B drawer, so let's pull out some of these, or one of these at least, and see what it is. Okay, I pulled out by Killian, and this is called Gold Night. I will say right off the bat that I am just not a by Killian fan. I cannot get on with their perfumes. I will say I think the bottles are stunning, but for me they're just a bit damp squib for me. They're the way they're blended, and a lot of them are just so overly sweet. Sorry if anyone's a fan of them. We all like different things. It's just the way of the perfume world. But by Killian, rarely do I smell something that wows me, and let's see if this one changes that. I've smelled it before. I did do maybe a video on them. I've tried to like them, but you know, sometimes you just got to stop trying and listen to yourself. I don't like this brand. So let's smell Gold Night and see if it's okay. It's not so bad. It feels like a tobacco. It feels like a kind of lightly spiced tobacco. Again, with some powderiness. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I mean, I don't hate. Hate is a strong word for a perfume. It's a strong word anyway, in all walks of life, in all areas of life. This one's okay, but I can already feel that it's just going to go to the place that I don't like, with that Killian syrupy sickness, sweetly sicknessy type smell. What's the one of theirs that I can't deal with it? I think it's a tuberose one of theirs. Me and my friend went out one evening and we went to Selfridges and she sprayed it on herself. I think it's maybe called Love Don't Be Shy or something like that. I said to her, can you please wash that off? It's so bad. It just makes me feel like choked. But this one's okay. It feels like a tobacco to me of some kind, but again, signature sweetness right in there. Let's look it up and see. Okay, it's aniseed, bergamot, honey, vanilla, patchouli. I think it smells like one of those sweet, like tobacco vanille type things. It's okay. I mean, again, sweetness. There is quite a good texture to it. It's not super flat like some of the Killians I've smelled. Just the texture is so flat, kind of like a lot of designer releases now, unfortunately. They're just, the texture's so flat that you can't pick things out. And I will give it credit for having quite a nice texture. It's a bit, there's a bit of spike to it, there's a bit of roughness to it. So even though it's honey and vanilla, there is something there. But I'm gonna smell 2 more things and then we're gonna wrap this video up because I can ramble a lot. Okay, so I pulled something else randomly out of the P drawer. And I know that, well, I can't really see what it is. Okay, it's by a brand called Berry. I know that I love this brand. Oh, holy mother of God, this is so good. Oh my God, this is aldehyde crazy. Woo, this is great. Okay, I'm gonna find the name of it because I know the brand, but it's kind of, the perfume name is kind of rubbed off. I think it's called Jean something. Let me just quickly look. Ah, I found it. It's called Conquérant. Conquérant. Wow. What a fantastic aldehydic perfume this is. Oh, this is like aldehydes punching you in the face. It's almost like aldehydes give, you know, that soapy, golden, airy softness to a perfume. And this is, they've done something to the aldehydes where it's the main note. And that's really hard to pull off in terms of to sell the perfume because not everyone likes that kind of smell. It has hay, it has metallic notes, it has incense, galbanum, pepper, leather, and aldehydes. Wow, this is another really surprising one that I'd smelled like way many years ago. Berry are a brand to look out for. I promise you guys, they are a niche brand that have these bulbous black bottles. You will see it because it will be here or wherever it is. And I tried all of their perfumes in one go and I was impressed by probably 80% of them. They are rich, they are robust, they are not making things that smell like many other things, and this is just an example of that. Wow, the aldehydes are super fizzy and kind of almost woke me up for a second. But yeah, oh, metallic, weird aldehydic perfume. Very unique for sure. Love. I'm going to smell one more thing from another letter in the drawer and then we'll wrap the video up. Okay, there's one sample in this drawer. You know what guys, what I've realized doing this video, I've actually emptied out quite a few of them. A lot of the drawers are empty, which is good for me. I don't need all of these samples flying around. So this is called Purple Patchouli. I have no idea what the brand is. I think I remember who gave me this as well. I will look up the brand in a second, but let's smell it first. Purple Patchouli. Since when is patchouli purple? I don't know. I like. This is a vibrant patchouli. This is kind of... Wait a sec, am I smelling some zoo-like notes in here as well? Oh, it feels like it has cumin. This is... patchouli is not the first thing that I smell here. This is odd. And this is not something that I've smelled before, which however odd, however much I don't like it, I like the experience of it because, you know, we smell so many perfumes. This has got a suediness. This feels like it has brightness from something like juniper or some sort of bright greenery that isn't patchouli, or like caraway or something weird like that, like a bright spice maybe. It's also dirty as well. Underneath, dirty, animalic. I need to look up what this is. What the hell is... Is this a discontinued Tom Ford perfume? Am I right? Let me check my phone. I feel like it might be. And it's ringing bells of when the person sent me this. Who sent me this? If you're watching, thank you. It is a Tom Ford perfume. Okay, I guess this is quite precious then, this sample, right? So this is patchouli, Peru balsam, jasmine, amber, vetiver. Who knows on earth where those animalic notes are coming from? I mean, jasmine is indolic anyway. I do like it though. This is pretty cool. And it feels way more spicier than anything they've listed, but you never know. They always list small things and then they leave lots hidden. It's just the way of perfume. So, purple patchouli. Didn't realise I had a couple of really precious, rare samples sitting in this random diptyque advent calendar. It's cool. I don't really smell jasmine or anything ambery, or even really much in the way of a typical patchouli type smell. It's rough, edged in terms of texture. It's kind of bitter, it's a little bit dark, but there's brightness too. Wow, interesting. Not a full review, just first impressions on all of these things, as you know. But I think I'm gonna leave it there, you know, guys, because smelling all these perfumes, whoa. So I would say half of these have been kind of inspiring and interesting, and the other half have been just you know, B. I call it B, to be that way around. B. When it's not A plus or C, it's in the middle. It's just kind of B. So yeah, this was fun. I hope you guys liked it. I will smell more things. I will have more videos on the way. Hope you guys are having a great week. I'm Ouch110, trying to make the world smell better, one video at a time. I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye. I need to give my nose a rest. There's too many smells flying in here. Windows need to be open right now. Goodbye.